You bought a hardware wallet and decided the job was done. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The people losing coins in 2026 all owned hardware wallets too. The device was never the problem. The problem is the layer nobody configures, what you actually do when you sign. I'm Rachel from ChainSense. In the next 9 minutes, the 4 layers of operational security, the one everyone skips, and how to tell which one is your weak point. By the end, you will know where your setup breaks before someone else finds it for you. Operational security is a stack of 4 layers. Layer 1 is the device, the hardware you bought. Layer 2 is the architecture, how your keys are arranged, one key or a quorum of them. Layer 3 is behavior, what happens in the 3 seconds between a prompt appearing and your thumb approving it. And Layer 4 is recovery, what survives when a layer above it fails. Now here is the imbalance nobody talks about. Most of the content you will ever watch covers Layer 1. Most of the real-world losses happen at Layer 3. That gap has a name: security theater. A $400 signing device operated by someone who approves anything that pops up is not a security stack. It is a very expensive good luck charm. So today we walk all 4 layers, and I will show you where each one breaks. Let us give Layer 1 its due, briefly, because it is the layer you already know. A hardware wallet does one job with excellence. It keeps your private key off the internet. Ledger, Trezor, Tangem, different designs, same core promise. And here is the part that surprises people. That is the entire promise. A hardware wallet protects your keys, not your approvals. If a phishing site convinces you to sign a malicious token approval, your device signs it perfectly, and the permission is perfectly valid. The attacker never needs your key. You handed them something better, your signature. Keys and permissions are different things, and the device only guards one of them. If you have not set up hardware custody yet, the full guide is on this channel. For everyone else, the interesting layers are the next 3. Layer 2 asks a simple question. How many keys does it take to move your money? One key means one point of failure. Lose it, leak it, or sign the wrong thing with it, and everything moves. Multi-signature changes the answer. No single key can act alone, because spending requires a quorum. That is real protection against a stolen key, and it is why serious treasuries use it. But architecture has a blind spot of its own. The largest failure of 2025 did not break the contracts. It lived in the signing interface. The signers approved what their screens showed them, and the screens were lying. Multi-sig held. The operators did not. The full anatomy of that attack is in the multi-sig deep dive on this channel. The lesson for today is simpler. Architecture without operating discipline is expensive theater, which brings us to the layer that matters most. Layer 3 is where the money actually leaves. Understand this mechanic, and most of crypto crime stops looking like magic. Wallet drainers do not hack you. They get you to sign. A fake mint, a fake airdrop, a fake support page, and one approval later, a contract has standing permission to move your tokens. In 2024, drainers took nearly $500 million. Last year, the number collapsed by more than 80%. And before you relax, look closer. The average victim lost under $800. The whales wised up, so the drainers went retail. And the single largest theft of the year? One signature. $6.5 million. The counter routine has 3 moves. Verify the destination before you sign. Simulate what the transaction will actually do, not what the site claims. And revoke the approvals you no longer use, because they never expire on their own. 3 moves, and your phone gets its own episode because it is not a wallet, it is an attack surface. Layer 4 is recovery, and it fails quietly years before you need it. Start with the obvious. A seed phrase in a desk drawer is not a backup. It is a bearer bond, payable to whoever opens the drawer. A photo of it in your cloud is worse. That is a bearer bond with remote access. Backup that survives means metal instead of paper, and 2 locations instead of 1. Then there is the 25th word. A BIP39 passphrase derives an entirely separate hidden wallet from the same seed. The drawer thief restores your seed and finds the small decoy balance you left there. Your real holdings sit behind a word that exists only in your head. The trade-off is brutal and honest. Forget that word, and no one on earth can recover the wallet. Powerful tools cut both ways. The full mechanics, decoys, metal, geography, are in the backup episode. Here is the question that organizes all 4 layers. Who is actually coming for your bags? Because the answer depends on what you hold. As a working guideline, below $1,000, exchange custody is defensible. The exchange's security team is better than your improvisation. Above 1,000, a single signature hardware wallet earns its keep. Around 50,000, multi-sig starts to justify its complexity. And past 200,000, you are having a 3 of 5 conversation or a managed custody one. Guidelines, not laws. Your threat model can move every line. And notice something else. Most threats are remote. Drainers, phishing, malware. But some threat models include a person, not a hacker. Someone who knows what you hold and where you live. That changes the design entirely. Threat modeling gets its own episode. And then the decision matrix pulls the whole cluster into one chart, holding size against threat tier. One more thing before the wrap. Where this video sits. On this channel, security is a chain, built in order. First came the device, choosing and setting up hardware custody. Then the architecture, multi-sig, quorums, and why the strongest vault of 2025 was beaten through its signing screen. Today is the third link, operation. What you do every time with the layers you already own. And later this year comes the fourth, the scam ecosystem itself. Drainers, social engineering, the entire industry built around your one careless signature. Here is my honest read. Most people will watch this video, nod, and change nothing. The minority who actually run the routine are the ones who keep their coins. A wallet is a thing you buy once. The other 3 layers? Those are things you do. So, 4 layers. The device you bought, the architecture you chose, the behavior you practice, and the recovery you hope never to test. Buy the first, build the second, but live the third and fourth. Operational security isn't a wallet you buy. It's a routine you run, and most people never run it. The 5 satellite videos and the decision matrix go deeper. Links in the description. Subscribe to ChainSense. I'm Rachel. See you in the next one.